Oh, you great, incredible people. It's been too long, but I am back. And we're going to talk about level design, video games, and much more. So come, tune in. Hey everyone, I hope you're well, playing and making the games that you all love. You're joining me, your host, Senior Level Designer Max Purrs. Absolute pleasure to be having you here, whether it be morning, evening, or night. I hope you are well and that your loved ones are safe. Thank you very much for joining us on today's episode. It has been, I want to say, almost a month since the last episode. So I do sincerely apologize for that one there, guys. I got really burnt out, which is going to be today's topic, talking about burnout, passion, and in these elements, as well as balancing your kind of creativity along the road as you go through and work on your own careers, endeavors, and what have you. And we're going through that. And any kind of other questions that you want to add, please do leave them in the comments below. Tweet at me. You'll find all of that in the description down below. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe wherever you're listening to, because it really helps push the podcast, and I appreciate that from everyone. All right, without further ado, let's just get on to the main topic, which is about kind of burnout. Now, we've talked about this before, and this is kind of the reason why I've been kind of sporadic this year in terms of the consistency of releasing, as well as that of having more in-depth topics. I feel that I haven't been able to give the best in terms of the podcast, and I apologize for that one. Honestly, it's just been extremely hard. Switching over to being a contractor has been so different to what I thought. And when I say what I thought is, I obviously knew there'd be busy periods, but I didn't think it would be as busy as I thought it was going to be while doing all this contracting, right? There are some months where I honestly am doing very little, right, in terms of extra work, right? But there are some months where it's just so jam-packed. But first, a quick word from today's sponsor. Today's sponsor is the lovely people over at Manscaped.com, who are best known for making premium products for your below-the-waist area. As many of you know and feel, the world is starting to open up again. We're able to go see our loved ones, travel, and much more. And I'm sure, like many of you, you let yourself go as bad as I did by either trying out new hairstyles and growing it long, or sadly putting on your COVID-19 pounds. But if you're looking to get back out there and leave your development caves and feel better, then allow Manscaped to help with their new Performance 4.0 package. This is just released, and let me tell you, pun intended, it is a game changer. Now, the products that you're going to be able to receive in this is their Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer, Weed Whacker ears and nose hair trimmer, crop preservation ball deodorant, and much, much more. It feels very weird to say that to all of you lovely people. And the reason that I'm telling you this, with now the world starting to come out, you need to make sure that you feel confident and that you look great. And by having these products, you're able to do so by taking care and making yourself seem more presentable. Now, this is their 4th generation trimmer, which has a great cutting edge blade to reduce grooming accidents, so you don't have any little issues with your smooth and sensitive areas. And what makes this really cool is the fact they actually have a 400k LED spotlight to help make your shave far more precise and to get a clearer vision on what you'll hopefully be sharing with your loved ones, clearer vision as well. But that isn't the only cool new feature within the Weed Whacker. It's actually waterproof as well, so don't worry about any more messes as you are spending time making sure your grooming is taken care of and that your looks are looking as good as you feel. And these, let me tell you, are quality products that already are incredible. I have been kind enough to receive a package, And wow, the design of these, and we normally talk about design on different things such as level and game design, but the actual product design of theirs is incredible. We already talked about the LED light, which is such a smart idea. But not only that, they're giving 2 free gifts as well with their performance package, which is the boxes and travel bag. So if you're looking to go to some sort of romantic getaway with your loved one, then this here will help you make sure that you're for peak performance and looking and feeling your best. So now if you want to get a hold of this and start feeling better and looking better as we start to get back to normal, head over to manscaped.com and use the code LDL, that's right, 3 little letters, all caps LDL, which will get you 20% off with free shipping as well. So use that, feel better, get better, and enjoy these great products by manscaped.com. All right, everyone, back to the episode. That I find it really hard to have time to spend with friends, do personal work, or make sure that I'm bringing all the best energy towards you in these episodes. I mean, if you go back and listen to the last episode, I'm sure many of you have, I was so drained and tired that it just felt really hard for me to, sound as engaging as I am now, really making it get across how happy I am to be talking to all of you because of the fact that I was burned out. And the other thing with contracting is the money is better. I'm just going to be transparent with everything for this, but you never know how contracts will go. Just recently, for an example, this is nothing anything bad, but just to show you, I was talking with a company about doing some work with them and just found out recently that it's no longer going to be pursued. But that took us about roughly around about a month or so to go through the whole process, interviewing, discussing the project, pitching what I believed to be helpful. And again, nothing wrong with them turning me down or anything like that. It makes me sound like a bitter ex. But it's more to do with the fact that, that still took a lot out of me to be told that we're not going any further, right? Like, I still had to interview, which caught me off guard a little bit, and elements like that. So when I get these down periods, I really do appreciate them because the fact that I'm able to finally breathe, right? And one of the things that I've been seeing again on Twitter, on the Patreon community, all of you incredible listeners as well, is the great work that you've been doing. I may not be commenting or that all the time, but please know I'm trying to keep up to date as much as I can. And see all of you going through, doing all this great work makes you go, damn, I need to make sure that I too am getting better and brushing up on my own skills, right? There's still so much for me to learn. I do not feel that I have achieved everything that I wish to achieve in terms of skill level. There's still so much that I need to improve upon, which again, why some of you who follow me on Twitter, you've seen that God of War level that I've been working on, right? But that's still been a very slow, steady pace due to the fact, again, of chatting with people, contracts, and not being able to do as much as I would have preferred to, right? And that's been a really hard balance. And now this is only on work-related things. We're obviously talking about personal life as well. And that is a really tough element to manage. So I'm just sharing this just for a couple of reasons. One, obviously, is just let you know where I've been, what I've been up to. And then also for some of you who may end up going contracting, it's something for you to keep into mind, right? These elements are, like I said, you will think of it, but you don't always realize the impact and the effect it's going to have upon you as you start to get into your contracting career. These are things that are, again, tiny details or details that I haven't thought about enough all the time. And for me as well with contracting, because I don't want it to sound like I'm complaining about contracting. It's not. This is an incredible opportunity that I've got, and I'm really trying to make sure I make the most of it, really, to be honest, because I don't know how long this will last, to be with you, to be perfectly honest with you, because contracting for art and animation is far more common. contracting for level design or overall design seems to be such a rare occurrence. Now, I've started to be very fortunate where people through the community have been reaching out to me because they have projects, and I love that. And hopefully some of these can become fruitful, and even the ones that don't, as long as I get to meet incredible people and everything's all pleasant, that's great. But as I said, I don't know how long this is going to last, which is also kind of a reason that I'm working very hard on it as well. Because the other element, the side of contracting you have is you don't obviously have pensions, healthcare, these kind of boring things, which is why you charge a bit more to make sure that you can tide you over as you progress or to the next job or paycheck. And I've been very fortunate with the gigs that I've been given to last so long. Tencent still ongoing, Ninja still ongoing. All of these great places who've taken time to invest in me, and I think we've both found them very fruitful, which is great to hear, right? But again, I just want to share that with you because I think also the passion element is obviously going to be part two of this topic here. Is that was really hard for me to keep my passion moving forward with all of this because of the fact that I haven't been able to play games properly in a while. I'm going to be honest. I'm trying to remember the last game that I played. I picked up Elden Ring, as we spoke about, but I haven't really gotten that far into it. Maybe 2 to 3 hours at most. It hasn't really gripped me compared to other people, sadly, and I was really hoping it would. And then just been watching my partner play Spiritfarer, which has been great to watch. But it's a shame because, like I said, doing all the contracting and then wanting to do personal work, one of the sacrifices in that is that of not being able to actually play many games because it's been hard to find one that just drags me in and really excites me, right? That's the tough element towards that. And yeah, it's not always the easiest, and sometimes the saddest part of the reality is finding time to play games, especially with games getting far longer and expanding with open worlds, right? It's a real shame. Like, I was thinking, man, I need to get back to Death Stranding as well. I'd love to get back to that at some point as well. And, seeing some great stuff on Red Dead Redemption 2. Love to do that, but just thinking, my goodness, how am I going to tackle these giant worlds? Is just like, wow, how am I going to do that? And the sad thing about that is you get inspiration from that. You're inspired, you learn new things from playing these games, from other incredible creators in the industry. And like I said, I've not been able to play much.
At Level Design Lobby, we believe everybody has a story to tell. Hobbyist or student, freelancer or veteran, we made it our mission to unite those who share our passion for creating and developing great games. Thanks to our generous Patreon backers, we've been able to do just that. So if you've already pledged your support, thank you. If not, you too can ensure the future of Level Design Lobby, helping us to create even more exciting content, collaborations, interviews, and much more. With awesome perks and rewards, whether you're a seasoned professional or just getting started, you're sure to find something for you. Want to share tips, tricks, and advice with passionate, like-minded developers? Our awesome community Discord has you covered. Fancy practicing your level design, creating strong portfolio content, and having fun? Then try our level design weekends. Or perhaps you want to individually discuss your work, hone your skills, or level up your career? Then consider our one-on-one mentorships. If you share our vision, then go to patreon.com/Level Design Lobby for more information and to pledge your support. Thank you.
And that's what I'm going to be trying to do more as well. But I think one of the tips I want to share from doing this, not only from the contracting side, but the burnout and passion side, is when you're feeling this way, I wouldn't recommend trying to push yourself, just simply because of the fact that your body's telling you it wants time away. Your mind is not being able to hold engagement. And I think sometimes it just needs that. It needs to get away, watch dumb things on YouTube or the shows that you love, like South Park. I absolutely love. And watching them has been great for my mind, just switching it off. And that's a huge thing. I think another thing from that is this constant need to obviously improve in our industry as well as doing personal work. Now, not everyone will do this. Seb, who's previously been on this, and a friend of mine and other alumni, Kendall, I share this in, again, no disrespectful way. These guys are great at their jobs, and I have so much respect for them and incredible level designers, but they don't do personal work. And nor should they have to, because they've both been in the industry for so long, and they have a job which allows them to improve, learn, and grow, right? I don't know what it is, though, for me. I have released a level for the last 3 years now. 2019, 2020, 2021 is the years that I've done with CGMA. Then it was art gallery, then there was a warehouse, then the Spider-Man level as well, so maybe actually 4 years on the trot. And I was looking at my portfolio because I've been slowly updating it. You can find a link to that in the description to make sure it really stands out. And again, it's pulling people in when they're going through my portfolio, as I said, as these could lead to job opportunities as being a contractor, right? And I've been feeling guilty that it's almost halfway through 2022 and I don't have a new personal level on my portfolio. And that was really eating up at me. The fact that I was thinking, oh my goodness, why do I not have more? And that's a real shame, because it shouldn't have to be that way. And I say this not to stop anyone from doing personal work, because you should. If you love it, you want to enjoy it, you want to learn, do it. I share the other side of it just because of the fact that if you are fortunate enough to have a job right now, I know some people are students, then it's okay to take time away from that, right? Obviously, it's slightly different if you're trying to break in the industry, because your portfolio really rides and dies on your own work, right? And especially when you're competing with other students, you want your portfolio to stand out versus other students. So you need to make sure that there's solid, unique content on there. But as someone, in the industry, it was just, like I said, haunting me that I hadn't had something new on there. And, I don't think my Spider-Man level is particularly my best level. I still think it's a solid level. Like I said, not the best. The art gallery, I think, was a really good level, actually. I was really happy with how that one turned out. The warehouse stealth one, I wasn't happy. That's why it's not on the portfolio with that one. But this new God of War one, I think, is going to be very good. I'm already liking the way that it's shaping and forming. But again, we're off topic. Again, I'm just sharing. It's okay to take breaks. It's okay to understand that sometimes enough of you have a good portfolio. Measuring that obviously is going to come down to your own personal preference. But I think just making sure that you have solid work, at least 3 pieces, is more than enough. That's not always the reason you don't get the job, right? There's so many stages. It's interviewing, applications, all of this. Trust me, it can take. The shortest I've ever had a job application go, saying get to the final stage, was, I want to say, between 4 to 6 weeks, right? The longest it has happened is 9 to 10 months, right? So you can see there's a real range in that, and there's a lot that can happen from you sending that CV to the job offer itself, right? And that's a huge thing as well, is like working on my CV and portfolio is taking up a lot of time to try and make that the best it can be. I can't remember who it was, but it was one of the, I think, lead LDs from Naughty Dog had sent out a tweet saying that he wouldn't look at a CV unless there was some elements of graphic design in there. Again, his personal opinion in terms of that. CVs can range a lot in how they look. But I spend a lot of time not because of that tweet, but because I'd seen that CVs have changed from when I first created my own. And I spent, oh my goodness, almost 2 months redesigning, iterating, rebuilding on my CV, just because that hunt for perfection, and just also realizing how silly that was, right? Because I agree with him that you should have a nice looking CV, but it's the content of the CV that actually matters more than the actual look. You should have a nice looking CV because you want to catch someone's eye, right? But as I said, guys and girls, it's the content on that CV that really is the most important. Same with the portfolio, right? Like, you can make it flashy, you can make it really cool. We've talked about having moving elements previously before the episode we did about portfolios. But what you're trying to show is your design process, your design theory and best practices in those portfolio pieces as well. So yeah, we've gone off a little tangent here or there about it, but it's something I want to share with all of you incredible people, is that of burnout, where I've been, and just hopefully this kind of ramblings can help you relax, understand you're not the only one. Imposter syndrome still weighs heavy on me day in, day out. There are so many moments where I'm like, geez Louise, I'm not smart enough to be doing this. But the reality is, not just for me, and I'm hoping people who hear this know about it as well, as like, you are, I am, you are. We just have to breathe, remind ourselves that we have years of experience in this. We do work on this not only because we love it, but because we're skilled at this as well. And that, when I say this, just doesn't make any criticism of your work null and void, nor mine. But sometimes we need to hear that ourselves. So I said, I hope that these words still reach some of you and can help you feel better when listening to this, and knowing that, as I said, I too suffer from imposter syndrome and find it extremely difficult to manage at times, and need to find a way to overcome it in my own right, and not just throw myself at work for this, because yeah, it's a tough one. So I hope that this has helped you lovely, lovely people, and that, you know, you can take some solace away from this, like myself with doing this. Now, the plan is going to be that I will be coming back and trying to make sure that I still hit an episode a week. There might still be some growing pains, just because with this one, I am heading back to the UK for a little bit to go to my brother's stag do, which is going to be great. He's getting married this year, so there might be a week or so, maybe possibly missed in June or July, but I'm going to try my hardest not to. And like I said, I hope that this clarifies where I've been, as well as shows some sort of future steps and good feelings for yourselves as well, everyone. Alright, so if you do want to get in contact with me, you can do so through Twitter, which is @MaxPairs. You can email into the show, which is leveldesignlobby@gmail.com. All of that is the description below. And if you want to support the show, maybe improve your own skills and grow through the mentorship program that we have, head over to patreon.com/leveldesignlobby. Alright, everyone, take care, stay safe, and I'll catch you all next time.